The Adams administration came in with a big goal to increase the number of minority and women-owned enterprises that did business with the city. They pushed for changes to how those contracts can be awarded in Albany, and they've broken many records, sending more money to these firms than ever before. But now, sources say the federal investigations around City Hall are taking a look at that contracting in particular, specifically when it comes to one top aide. New York One's Courtney Gross explains.
It was just a normal morning.
Tim Pearson's job at City Hall is slightly ambiguous, but part of it includes overseeing some emergency city contracts. New York One has learned investigators who executed a search warrant against Pearson earlier this month are focusing on MWBE contracting, contracts that go to minority and women-owned businesses.
Family law related.
Comes as the program has greatly expanded under the Adams administration. The intent to give more business and contracts to typically underrepresented communities. Some wonder now if the expansion may have led to a lack of oversight.
The Adams administration is following policy and procedure and the law. This increased threshold was touted by our legislative leaders in Albany and also by the governor.
Michael Garner is the city's chief business diversity officer. He lobbied for the state legislature to lift the cap on contracts with women and minority-owned businesses before they had to be bid out competitively.
Just like reproductive rights.
To increase contract awards to those firms who have historically been shut out, mainly Black, Hispanic, and Asian women.
In the last 7 years, the cap on non-competitive contracts for women and minority-owned businesses has increased dramatically. In 2017, it was $150,000, increasing to $500,000 in 2019. It then doubled at the beginning of the Adams administration to $1 million. Last year, the state legislature approved another increase to $1.5 million, increasing threefold during Adams's tenure so far. Meaning,
more babies,
according to the
more
city
money.
Controller's office, MWBE contracts below that figure do not have to go through a formal RFP process. It is unclear what contracts investigators from the City Department of Investigation or the U.S. Attorney's Office are looking at specifically.
Hopefully those third party.
Federal investigators or investigators related to what's happening at City Hall?
No.
But Garner says Pearson is part of his team.
We work together as a team, and there are numerous people who are on that team in driving the Adams administration vision and focus.
An attorney for Pearson did not go into
escorts,
details
and prostitutes,
but said it was centered on bribery and corruption in city government. According to Pearson's schedules,
and in family
obtained
courts
through the Freedom of Information law, he had regular standing meetings on MWBE contracting. And he also met often with Molly Schaefer, the director of asylum seeker operations. Schaefer received a subpoena last week to appear in front of a federal grand jury. It's unclear if that is directly related to Pearson.
It is.
Courtney Gross, New York
directly related to family courts.
A new report has found that the NYPD is failing to punish officers who have illegally stopped and frisked New Yorkers. The report was